All right, Jared from Events Hakuba here. I'm here with Dan Cockburn, the Brewmaster here at Hakuba Brewing Company.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. So yeah, we're here at the Hakuba Brewing Company. All these beers, amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about why you chose to come to Hakuba?
Well, I first came to Hakuba about 20 years ago. I fell in love with the mountains and the snow up here. And just for the love of the mountains and the nature and the sort of mellow village life in the summer, the fun of the resort in winter.
And so tell us, why did you decide to brew beer here?
That's really from, I guess, when I moved back here in 2011, I really missed all the craft beers from home.
Cool, so let's talk a little bit about the beers. We have
Cool.
such a great selection here. The flagship, the Pale Ale, is your most popular one. Can you talk about that one a little bit?
So the pale ale will be like designed for the Japanese market. So it's quite balanced. It's definitely leading a bit on hop aroma, but the flavor is really like gentle bitterness with a nice balanced malt flavor. So it's easy to access if you're not used to craft beers, but it's still interesting enough if you are into craft beers.
Great.
And yeah, it's by far our biggest seller.
And how does that compare to your IPA then?
So the IPA is stronger in alcohol, like all IPA should be, and then way more bitter and way more hoppy. But what we've done with the IPA is, instead of going for a straightforward US style, because it is all fruity, tropical American hops, citrusy hops as well, but what we did is we used English malt, Marisota, so it gives it a bit more sweetness and body than your sort of typically dry, very bitter IPAs, which I think helps the hops shine through a bit, but also just gives a more rounded experience with it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I find IPAs sometimes, when they're just so strong on the hops, you need some malty body in there to kind of balance it out. And I think the session is a good balance of that, because the IBUs are a little bit lower, and of course the alcohol is a bit lower. So
the session I really made for me, and when we first did it, like a lot of people were telling me it wouldn't sell because the session is 4%. It was probably, usually we target 3.9, and you had to work carefully with that to get it to sort of fill in body, but be that weak to still balance the hop load we put on it.
And it is quite popular, especially with the Japanese market, I think.
Yeah,
as
in
well.
summer, yeah. And for myself. I mean, it's perfect for like a summery barbecue day where you want to start drinking at lunch, but you want to enjoy hops, but you don't want to get drunk. So that's right. That's why it's a session ale, right? It comes from the UK. Having a drinking session.
Excellent. And then, so the amber and the black. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Right, well, we did the black as our second beer, and it's gradually evolved. From where I started it, it's like I almost wanted it to be a black IPA at first, but not that strong alcohol.
It's more of a porter,
But
isn't it?
exactly, so over the years, I've sort of brought that back because I didn't think it was working, and now it's really a sort of a chocolatey porter with quite a lot of hops. And it is on the dry side a little bit. So it's kind of a bit hard to define, but we get great feedback from it. It's different to your other chocolate porters. It's a little bit drier and a little bit hoppier.
It is, in fact, my favorite one.
Oh, well, that's good to
of
hear.
yours.
So
Good.
quite a lot of people, it is their favorite, and it's one of those like Marmite things, Vegemite things, where like you love it or you hate it. With the black. It's got a lot of flavor going on.
Okay.
But I'm happy with where it is now. I really like it myself. The amber is, again, one of my very favorite beers. Just we'd sort of made, this was a traditional English ESB beer. So full of like rich malty flavors, and then we hit it with American Chinook hops, which have a really unique piney flavor and aroma. So not your sort of typical fruitiness, more of a piney and perhaps a little herbal. But we also dry hop with them, and I think it really comes together with that rich malt to make it's a really, really good.
Also very unique.
Yeah. I'm really happy with that. Now we getting good feedback from it. Personally, I love drinking that one, autumn and winter, by the fire. Let it get a bit warmer, and you get a bit more sweetness out of it.
Great. Yeah. And then you have the two new ones here, the gold and the 7 hop.
Right, so gold we launched last year, and I think this year we really nailed it. So It's an English traditional golden ale, and everything about it is done with English ingredients, so really back to my roots.
That's
and
great.
It's English malt, English hops, English yeast.
Yeah.
And then we also hit it with a whole load of elderflower. And
Interesting.
last year we were putting the elderflower into the kettle at the end of the boil, really making the tea, but we lost a lot of the aroma. And this year we put it in the hop back with our last load of hops, and that way the aroma's really trapped straight into the fermenters. And so it's absolutely punchy with elderflower in there.
Okay.
It's great, but really easy drinking, very aromatic beer.
Yeah, a true British golden ale, but with the Hakuba water.
Right, exactly.
It's very interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it works good.
Yeah.
Then we've got the 7 hop, which we did in collaboration with Hakuba 47 Ski Resort to celebrate their 30th anniversary this year.
Cool.
So it's 4 types of malt and 7 types of hops. 47.
Packed in there.
And I really wanted to make an extra pale ale that was hoppy. Again, 5%, because I'm much more of a hop head, and this to me is balanced and easy drinking, but I wanted something with a bit more hop punch to it, and that's where our 7 hop comes in. So it's heavy on the tropical fruit hops, I'd say.
Okay.
Leaning that way, but again, it's not super high IBU. It's not that bitter. It's really easy to drink.
Quite citrusy.
Yeah,
almost,
you've tried it?
I have tried
Good,
it.
good,
Yeah.
So it's sold way quicker than we thought, and we've actually got it in that tank there right today. We just brewed it again last week, so we'll have some more coming up because it's nearly sold out.
Cool. Sounds excellent.
See how they go.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, thank you. Me too.
Well, thanks for meeting with us today.
No worries.
And yeah, we'll do a little tour now.
Let's have a little look around.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.